Have you come across Dunville's Irish whiskey at all? Let me tell you some info about them. The story of Dunville's Irish whiskey goes all the way back to 1808 and the founding of the Royal Irish Distilleries in Belfast. The distillery closed its doors in 1936 with no family members available to take over the running of it, and it fell silent. That is until 2012 when Echlinville Distillery on the Ards Peninsula resurrected the brand and brought it back to life. There are a whole range of Irish whiskies in the lineup, from blends like the 1808 series, the Three Crown series, to single malts like the VR series. And then you've got the pinnacle of them all, the green label Single Cask whiskies. These are the whiskies that are held aside. They're not blended together with other casks. Rather, as an exceptional cask is identified, it's set aside and a partner is sought to sell it. Over the years, these extraordinary single cask whiskies have found their way to some of the best known whiskey bars in Ireland, like the Palace Bar in Dublin, and then whiskey shops like the Friend at Hand in Belfast. And two of them have found their way to my whiskey club, the Stories and Sips Whiskey Club, over the past 2 years. In 2023, we released this 19-year-old single malt aged in Oloroso sherry casks. In 2024, we followed up with a 12-year-old single malt aged in a Palo Cortado cask, which went on to win Best Single Malt in Ireland for single malts aged 12 to 16 years of age. And in just over a week, we'll be back with our third release from Dunville's, a 13-year-old single malt, which has the distinction of being the first of its kind ever released by the distillery. Up until now, all of the Dunville single casks have been both bourbon and sherry cask matured. But for the first time ever, a single malt is being released that has been aged initially for 8 years in a bourbon barrel, and for the final 5 years of its life in a ruby port cask. And that very whiskey has found its way to the Stories and Sips Whiskey Club. I couldn't be more excited about this whiskey. Only 250 bottles of it exist in the world, all adorned with the stunning green label, bottled for Stories and Sips. And when it's gone, it's gone. In the short time that it's been resurrected, Dunville's has become the most awarded single malt Irish whiskey brand in the world. And I can't wait to get the 13-year-old whiskey into whiskey fans' hands. I'll be back over the coming days with more details on what ruby port is, how it affects a whiskey, and the particular tasting notes for this one-of-a-kind whiskey as well. So stay tuned.